him a little bit. Yep. Hit the level 1 crush, couple of slaps. But Fly's actually going to be able to turn him with that Gale, trade back more damage to Puppey. Then he ends up taking himself, so Fly doesn't mind.
Yep, they're setting themselves up an aggro tri-lane, it looks like, on the side of Secret to shut down the Bloodseeker, which should be pretty damn strong. It looks like Arteezy's actually just hiding himself for the moment. We'll take a look at mid. Nisha versus Abed, the Pugna versus the TA. We've seen this matchup quite a bit. Pugna tends to win it pretty hard, actually, from what we've seen a lot of the times.
Yeah, I think if you look back at some of the TA games, Pugna is even a hero that teams will ban out if they want to make sure that the TA has a good time. So we'll see how well Abed can do against the Nisha Pugna. Even if he does have that tough start, of course, one of the reasons why TA is so good, it's because you're going to be able to recover. Whatever happens in the lane, Abed should be able to have a good game out of it. Yeah,
it is a Radiant TA, as the panel was talking about, so your Ancients are a bit further, but you're still going to be able to jungle fine and catch up very, very quickly. He's really doing okay in the lane too. See if Nisha gets that range creep, so he does get the second range creep. That's 2 range creep denies for the Pugna.
Yeah, I mean, that is the great thing about the Pugna.
Hell yeah, high fives are back.
We got them back. Did you see some of the cool crossover item usages as well? Looks like did we get any of the new sets?
I don't see any.
No, Puppey's not geared up with the new AA.
No new sets.
No, disappointment.
They didn't have time.
Disappointment.
They woke up this morning, they're like, oh my god, the sets are out. No time to purchase all these. So, all right, try versus try. And Crit will find himself a nice, nice armor. It's not your alpha wolf, but ice armor is very nice versus the Slardar as well as the Weaver.
Nice little two-man crush there from mid one, but yeah, this is sort of what I'm talking about. When you're trying to fight into these heroes, they've always got the stop move. You know, the Blood Bright gets laid down, and suddenly you got to put a stop to that play. You can't try and commit for the kill.
This is this ice armor is definitely going to cause problems though for their harassment at least. Look at how little damage he actually takes from people hitting him. Look.
Yeah. Just trade him back very happily.
Yeah, and the Weaver gets slowed, of course, now, as that does work versus the ranged heroes. Gives you quite a lot, 30% movement speed and 30 attack speed slow. So that one is pretty high. As mid is actually, Nisha only has 2 last hits.
Wait, what? Damn, Abed. He's having a great time with those first few waves, and it's not easy. Not easy as a TA against the Pugna, but you're right. Sure, Nisha, he's got some of the range creep denies, but for the most part of the wave, Abed doing a solid job so far.
Yeah, that's really big, because we have seen it actually be like very dominant for the Pugna a lot of the times versus the TA. But yeah, Abed, he's now already got level 3. He's got that big base damage too. So when he's not decrept, he will guarantee get most of those last hits for himself. Oops, actually misses the range creep as I say that. But
and that top lane, no, tied. Ramsey's tied. Is this just a hero that we haven't really been seeing? Why do you think that EG sort of felt that this game was a good one to fit it in?
I think that they want their lineup to be about the group and go. I think when you look at Secrets, it's more about like they're going to farm up and this Weaver's going to be really elusive, and they can group up and go as well, but theirs is a little bit different. I think EG can just clump up, and then this Tidehunter, it's very hard for them to just kill him straight up, because how the hell do they actually like lock him down? He's those combo breakers we always talk about. There's a Slardar, there's a Beastmaster Roar, but he's going to get Ravage off in the majority of those fights. So I do think he's the one that they just want to rally around. They've got a TA with the lineup too, a Veno. This is a group up lineup that wants to position themselves around a Roche and then look to just keep that advantage.
Yeah. I mean, looking at the 2 tri-lanes down bottom, I know we're only 3 minutes in, but do you feel that one of the tri-lanes is sort of struggling more to do what they intend to, looking at the start of this laning stage?
I would imagine Secret wanted to be more aggressive with their stance, but I think that ice armor really does make a big difference. And also now Crit does find the Alpha Wolf, so he actually got like the 2 best creeps you could pretty much get in this early start, as now everybody has that plus 20 damage pretty much for themselves to trade back. So I think Secret would want to be able to shut down that Bloodseeker a little bit harder with this aggro tri-lane.
Yeah, no, Arteezy's doing fine against the pressure with the backup of Flying Crit. No trouble for him at the moment in the safe lane.
Abed will approach from the south, as he does know that the Pugna has a bottle, and they will get that bottom rune. So DD rune denied from Nisha. And it will go to Abed. So that's nice for TA. We'll be able to jungle his camp extremely fast after he pushes in the wave most of the times.
Now, would you imagine this game, Ramses and Zai, what sort of builds? Are they the 2 that's reliant on getting those auras up for the team?
Yeah, auras, for sure. Vlad's your dominator, probably on the Beastmaster in this situation too. Can be really, really nice.
I mean, who's on Secret side, who's going to be sort of the playmaker, the fight starter? You know, are you going to see a Blink event? You know, mid one from this position as the Slardar. Where's he going to be going with his item builds? Does he want to get an early Blink? I mean, as early camp on that position, you know.
It's going to be tough. It's going to be mostly on Zai to make a lot of those plays. And Zai as well as Nisha. Nisha can move around the map quite a lot in this one, so we will be watching out for that. But yeah, I don't know. Mid one getting a Blink Dagger, that's quite a pipe dream. Yeah, exactly.
It's going to take some time for that to happen, of course. Whereas, EG, Abed, you can imagine he's going to get this Deso Blink up first in whichever order he feels fits the game best.
Yep. Starting to get some good pressure down bottom. Fly a little bit aggressively positioned here. When they get the stun, he's looking pretty dead.
Now won't be able to sneak his way back to safety through the trees. Secret find him, and the first blood goes to Matumba.
I think he got spotted when he was going to place this ward. They put a safe lane ward to watch out for the aggressive moves, and yeah, they just got seen, so he just collapsed on him with the AA as well as that slaughter.
Midbox playing very aggressive here, hunting behind the tower. Knows that RTZ's pretty low. Blood right down, so Matu and Puppy can't quite close on him for now. Again, in with the chilling touch, try and find the prop with the cold feet. Won't be able to get it. RTZ's out.
Man, Abed is just owning the mid lane now too. After that start, he's 37-8 to the 23-8 of the Pugna.
This is scary. This is a very, very scary start from Abed.
Templar Assassin. This hero's, yeah, like we said, this hero's been winning so many matches. In top, I actually thought that Tidehunter was going to do a little bit better versus the Beastmaster. Zai's holding his own very well.
Got a bit of aggression.
Connects.
They do. Slow and the silence. Matumba cannot escape. They strike back, and in fact, they're going to dive for more. Crit going in with an extra punch. Puppy will fall. Crit able to toggle off the aggro, and they'll all get out alive, EG. So, yeah, it really feels this bottom half of the map is it's not gone to plan for Secret. Sure, they got Fly earlier, but now they're giving up kills. Nisha comes in with a rotation. Fly will be found out alone, so Nisha able to rectify a little bit of the chaos that can shoot down on that bottom. But overall, I think EG, they're going to be pretty happy with the fact that they're still getting RTZ that space to start the game off.
Oh, for sure. Now Abed sets himself up to kill. There is rotations coming in. He does get stunned. Can Nisha actually get close enough? Doesn't look like it. And yeah, I mean, Fly, that's exactly what you want to happen. Fly's like, oh, Fly's the one's beautiful. I die to the Pugna instead of RTZ getting wrapped around on. And they did lose their safe lane ward, but then that's the secondary ward they did place as Fly was getting killed. I think all in all, I think he's pretty happy with the way that their lanes did end up at the moment. Still quite even. But Abed getting more than you would expect versus a Pugna.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
How's our builds on our Tide doing? Got the phase boot. Going for that. But of course, Zai, he will be going for the dominant.
No, and I like this sort of move from EG. You know, now that Abed is sort of sweeping the camps, get Fly to sit in the mid lane, because a lot of the times, right, you're against a Pugna. If you have these heroes that sort of back off, look to gank or look to farm neutral, you're going to lose your tower. If you're able to have a hero like a Venom that you can just plant in the mid lane, you keep that pressure off. Yeah. You're not going to lose a tower early to a Pugna.
And it's like the absolute dream, because we saw before AA, we saw Puppy try to get some XP mid, but he's just going to get dove by TAs. Yeah. This is a tough one for them to go for here on Ramses.
Yeah,
they've got Roar, and they've got the rotation from Nisha. They might be able to get him here.
Yeah, they will. They've got the magic damage to take him down.
And saving the Roar. I think that's really important that he can look to set up a gank later on with one instead of just not even really needing it on the Tidehunter anyway, because it just gets dispelled. Just
Secret sort of addressing where they feel they can best make plays. They've tried down bottom, they've struggled. Mid lane's hard because Abed's all over the place. He's through the Radiant jungle. He's very hard to catch and find out. Yeah. So going for Ramses, that's definitely the biggest value kill that they can find successfully. Yeah,
especially because a lot of the rotations, they're going to be spotted out, right? Because you're playing versus TA traps in this early game quite heavily, so you will be walking through the river to make your movements. And it will be seen.
Ramses actually going to go for the TP in to the mid lane. Not a lot he can do against Nisha, but
he just wants to hold the tower.
Yeah, bottom lane. Matu still got the time lapse to play with. We'll play with it to the maximum power, getting away. And he goes with the TP. Smart play there to make sure he's well away from any chance of his TP being cancelled.
Yeah, no Infernal Blade for crit, not able to get in that range. Now they will continue to jungle things. Stacking up the camps for himself. And we're going to watch that TA just get really farmed really quick as he picks himself up a double as well as a GG branch. Yeah, they're just, this is like you said, the absolute dream for them is being able to make moves around the map with the TA. He can just hit the jungle, and they're not even taking any damage on the mid tower.
No, that's usually they're holding it very nicely.
Yeah, usually you'd see, you know, the hero backs up to jungle, and the tower mid tower is pretty much dead at this point. It's taken 55 points of damage from a Pugna. That is very significant for EG at the moment. And they've got all these traps to protect the jungle too, so Abed now able to start hitting Ancients, able to catapult himself forward in that network.
I mean, for Secret's lineup as well, you know, we talked about how they did want to try and be a bit more aggressive on that bottom lane early on. Does it matter if the game slows down? Like, if the pace, do they have to keep a high pace with these heroes? They do. Yeah. There's definitely the pressure for Secret here.
Yeah, they want to keep making moves. They have a Pugna versus a TA. You want to be looking to just make moves all over. He's going to go, he has a Veil now. Yeah, so he's very strong right now.
Absolutely destroy Crit. See if he can find anything more. Arteezy backing off. Has Ramses by his side. Ravage is available if they do feel like they are pressured. Nisha getting in deep. Still hard to pass by the Tide.
They're all coming down here. This is a move that we want to see from Secret in this game.
They're going to go for the Ravage play. Straight up into the flood. Right, Matu just caught underneath the tower, and now Nisha has to be careful. He has got Zai coming in. They'll go for the Roar attempt onto Crit, and with mid one there, the follow-up bash cuts down Crit. They'll get the Doom. They want to dive past the tower, look for more. Already Arteezy TPing out of there. Ramses has been left behind. His TP, of course, on cooldown after he came down here initially, so Secret will be able to get in and get the extra kill on Ramses.
But they will take the space off of that as Abed and Fly go mid immediately and do take that tier 1 tower. That is the Pugna's tower that just went down.
True, but for Secret, they are going to get both outposts. They didn't get the bottom outpost in time, EG.
That is very, very true.
So that bottom outpost still untouched and available for Secret to take. They're not heading there yet. You know, I'm sure someone will, as that is some very juicy to make sure that EG don't get.
Yeah. And taking the bottom tower for them is, I'm wondering how much more important it is. Yeah, it's probably more, like a bit more important, because then they can force the TA to go to weird sides of the map. And you see Abed already is starting to do that. Because listen, now they're going to just continue their pressure down bottom here.
No, for sure. Losing the Radiant tier 1 is definitely the bigger deal nowadays, with the fact that you do not have that shrine inside your jungle as Radiant on that half. It's very hard for you to get to that bottom outpost now.
Especially versus TA. That's the big one. So yeah, like we said, Zai, or Secret and Zai, they have to just keep up their aggression, look to just keep making moves around the map with their kind of early game paced lineup with their Weaver, their Pugna, this very mid-game / early game aggression.
Mid, Crit, being run down slowly here by the ball slow. Nisha's able to dive in, and again, Crit dying a fair few times back to back now. About 3 times in a row over the last few minutes. The Secret have just been able to run down the support Doom.
They're going to take these buildings super fast. This Pugna, this Beastmaster.
They're going to look for Rush.
Oh.
I mean, can they? It's not going to...
I don't know. That's a bit early to go for a Rush.
Yeah, I mean, I guess just making sure they got control around the pit sentries down.
Yeah,
they know that TA
don't let TA.
Yeah. Yeah, going for it themselves would be a little too much right now.
They're going for Arteezy. He is just dead. Goodbye.
Puppy nails it there with the AA blast.
They got vision of him with the Hawk for a second. They don't have any vision there to go for Abed. That would have been disastrous if they did have another sentry. Yeah. That would have been able to get both cores. And now they're going to turn this one into another tier 1. So ramp that pace up of the game.
Yeah, this is what you expected to see, right, from Secret's lineup. It'll sort of come together a lot sooner than it would for EG. So this early pressure is going to start sweeping the map, taking these objectives. Best bet for EG, what would you say? Is it just to avoid these sort of moves for now, just focus on the farm, or is there a way that EG can try and take these fights?
I think it's pretty tough for them to take the fights. Yeah. They have to have Ramses in position pretty much parked before the tower even gets set up on at all. Him and Fly both have to be there already, so it does seem like it's really hard, as Templar Assassin can't really fight. No. Even later on, it's still tough to fight as a TA into a Pugna and into a Slaughter and into a Beastmaster. They're going to have good vision of the map, and they're going to have ways to just stop you from doing damage with the D-Crab. Same thing for Arteezy. A Bloodseeker running into this lineup, he just gets burst down immediately. Like this Slaughter, Pugna, Beastmaster, these heroes will just detonate you. So he has to get a bit more farm. I think EG's just going to back up and play that far game.
See down bottom, mid one. He's got his eyes on Ramses. You have a TP from Puppy that came into the outpost. Also the wraparound from Matu. He's got the DD ready to go. With the amped up damage thanks to the Slardar, Ramses, he is melting. Tide will fall. Secret continuing to roam the map. Pick up kills as they wish.
They're crushing it at the moment with the way that they're moving. Zai, Hastrun, he wants blood. Trying to get a target here. He's body blocked a little bit by his boars, but EG, they're starting to get the D-wards around that Roche pit, trying to ensure that they can have control of that, and at least when they do have an opportunity for it, because they will kill Roche really fast, but at the same time, Secret, they can kill Roche really fast soon too. They have the maxed Inner Beast, they have the Beetles, the Swarm soon from the Weaver. He actually hasn't even put 1 point in into, by the way. 0 points in Swarm.
Yeah, that is interesting actually from Matt.
Yeah.
That would normally, that was sort of considered a pretty bad build, right, for a long time. If you don't have a point, and it is value, but interesting that Matu, the expert himself, does not feel the value of taking it this game.
Yeah, kind of neat.
I don't think you would see any other Weaver do this.
No, probably not. Zai, there's like no stuns. Just TP out. We mentioned that from the draft. You look at EG's, it's super limited. Crit is now getting the Centaur creep. He does have that one, so they will have that disabled. He's able to get on targets, but definitely will be tough as Nisha.
Oh, again.
Crit.
Crit just gets destroyed by this Pugner's damage output.
That's 4 times in a row.
Pretty much 4 times in a row the Crit's just been blown up by the Pugner.
Yep. Have to be very careful of your positioning when you're playing versus Beastmaster, and I actually just think they have vision from the ward that they have down there, but really neat how he saw him there. Yep, setting the pace exactly as they should be versus this lineup. Matumbaman gets a really nice item on the Weaver, Aquila. One of the better ones you can actually get. Weaver actually using mana quite consistently.
Oh yeah. And so does TA on the other side, I'll bet.
Oh, look at that.
Find himself an Aquila.
Very nice. And he's approaching toward that Desolator too after the blink. Really pretty close. Top again though.
Oh no, not Crit. Oh, Crit, he's having a rough one.
He really is. He is not able to find pretty much anything in this game.
Another death, 5 deaths so far on the old Doom.
11-4, still only about a 1 or 2k gold advantage though. EG, they tend to be that team that they always seem to find their farm, even if they're behind in kills. They are farming quite heavily in RTZ, as you know the people meme. RTZ on the other side of the map. Yeah, he's just farming, trying to get his items built up because he can't fight into this lineup at the moment.
He's got his Maelstrom. That's going to add things up, but as you say, what he kind of needs that next time, well, maybe the BKB before he really feels confident turning up to these fights, or what do you think he can get involved now?
No, I think it's too tough for him to get
early,
involved.
yeah.
Maybe like if he can get a cleanup, like a Veno ult goes off after a Ravage and they all start ticking low, he can go looking for a cleanup. But even then, it's definitely scary. It does feel like he needs a BKB to fight, but at the same time, you're going to get roared. But you probably still just need it.
Yeah.
If you want to get involved, that is. Unless you want to just sit back and go for more of a farm.
Yeah, I mean, I do think, as we say, you know, this first 15 minutes, it was expected to be tough for EG's lineup if you consider the heroes against the heroes. It is only 2k in it, so, you know, there's every reason to believe that EG are going to, you know, they're yet at that power spike. They know that this is going to be a tough bit of the game. They've just got to try and push it forward to the point where Arteezy and Abed are really ready to get involved, because we haven't seen them really do anything offensively yet. It's just been about the farm. Yep. They're making sure that they can get their core items. As long as they don't lose too much map control, there could still be that big fight where EG's cores really pop off, so you've got to watch out for that.
I think they have to match the fight, though, at some point. I don't think they can just let them pretty much free reign, make all their moves around the map. Sure, your TA's farming, your Bloodseeker's farming, but you have to be able to fight back at some point, or you're all just going to keep dying like this.
And then Fly just gets popped again. Nisha just doing so much damage. He's probably the most powerful hero on the map right now. They will lose mid-one in return. He's going to be dropped down. There's going to be a huge kill to find Abed. He's joining in. The ball will be down to Arteezy, but Abed can focus down Nisha, gets the perfect kill, and now they can turn for more. EG, the gush slow onto Zai. He's surrounded. Infernal Blade cuts him down. Zai should fall. One more touch will do it. Ramsey, he can't quite get in. In fact, Abed, he's turned his attention away to a different hero. Bloodlight's going to be laid down by Arteezy, trying to keep Abed safe. But they've got the vision. Abed tries to turn, but he cannot kill off Liv. The Slardar lives. Finally, the gush gets him. Ramsey will find him. Arteezy with a bit of a cleanup. He gets Matu. Puppy with the TP out will escape.
Oof, that max blood rush, that silence duration on Matu. He couldn't do anything just under it the entire time. That actually hurts quite a lot. Mid-one bought back, and he missed the crush on Abed, which led him back up into range of where the blood right was from Arteezy. That was quite a costly one for them to go for, because then Matumbaman dies because of it.
No, for sure. I mean, that sort of fight is a bit of a glimpse of what we're talking about, right? You know, EG come out on top there, because it's not sort of the clean, quick kills that Secret have been getting away with earlier. Now, EG, they will respond. They're ready to sort of have Arteezy and Abed poke at the fights a bit, and you do see the power that these heroes can offer. Sure, Abed goes down, but overall, a net gain for EG there.
Just because the Ravage actually clipping Nisha was so important here, because then Crit's able to get on top of him, get that Doom thrown out. Abed blinks forward, they even throw the Rupture as well. But we're going to see here, look, mid-one buys back. They've got the Roar, they've got the control onto Bloodseeker. Not able to chase him out entirely here, though. Watch this crush as mid-one does come back in when they can get this
You see Zai very, very lucky to live there. Zai nearly goes down.
Misses the crush, though, which would have had him cold-feeded all the way up there, away from the blood right. He would have died much further north, which would have saved Matumbaman.
Yeah, Matu would not have had to position himself as such. But Secret straight back in. They're going to look to try and go for the rush, but EG, they're going to head over. They're definitely going to want to contest this.
No Doom, no Ravage. They're playing around those cooldowns that the panel talked about. They're very long duration.
The Blood Rise silence onto Zai and Matu. See if EG can step in the pin time. Roach is pulling leather for the Venom. What is it? Over time. The steal. Dia taking the right for Ramsey. Ramses. He snatches the Aegis. They will lose crit immediately. Arbed will be able to blink out in time. Bloodbright is going to finish offside by the looks of it. It will. Arteezy takes the kill on Beastmaster. Matu's diving in. He's looking for the backlines, but Arbed, he can turn, forcing Matu to time-lapse. They'll pop the Aegis on Ramses. So Secret do push the EG back, but EG able to get away with that Aegis still. Ramses, he's still not done yet. The silence clips onto Nisha. He has to TP out to safety. That's going to give the space for them to dive in for more. Ramses, Ravage on 2. It gets the big one. It gets Matu, and it cleans up mid one as well as EG now starting to fly their flag.
And thank God for EG that Ramses gets the Aegis there, because he dies, comes back, and then he ravages back up because of the time that it took. That was a very heads-up play by Secret, though, using those cooldowns advantage for them to try to go for it, but EG responded super quick, and that was all. It was Arteezy has BKB now, too, and he's going to be getting very close to it after these last few fights.
And that was, I think, pretty much Crit redeemed himself for the rough start. Getting in, he had the blink dagger, was able to make that Who Stomp play just as Roche was falling.
It's all these little things that do start to add up. Them able to get that little bit of gold extra because they clean up those heroes after that mid-fight, so they get these small items so they can get into that pit. And also just having sentries everywhere. That's the one thing I've been seeing from EG is they've been blanketing the whole map, just be able to watch out not only just for the Weavers Shakuching around, but also those Hawks. So they're always aware of the vision game from Secret. That was a very, very big scenario there. As now they still have Doom up. So.
And now EG's got a 4K lead. So, you know, this is where it gets a lot harder for Secret. They had that edge at the start. Sure, it was a lead, but as we said, was it enough? I don't think it would. At this point now, EG starting to come ahead. Arbed and Arteezy are only going to get bigger and scarier as the game goes on. Secret's got to be careful.
Yeah, and the thing is that when you run a Pugna mid, you're very susceptible to those BKBs when they do come out that timing. Arteezy has his. Arbed isn't too far off his as well, which is going to make those fights a lot easier for them to just train onto targets and not worry about getting disabled from that Slardar, hit by that annoying Ice Blast. It's going to do a lot of damage.
Nisha, he's alone here. Just have to be careful, Crit. He's got the blink straight in, but the Who's got into the tomb. Nisha caught out alone as EG. They're starting to get these big kills very, very easily. They're going to see if they need to step in for more. Rupture's down on the Zyle. Get the Raw to slow down Arteezy. Arteezy's advance. Matu also poking around, but it's got to be careful. EG have the numbers here. Come in, take control of the outpost. Make sure there's not going to be that chance for Secret to TP in and try and fight around it.
Straight team fights are just looking hard for Secret. They have to try to find a way to split EG up a little bit or try to take advantage of when those cooldowns are down. So right now, when they do get the respawn of the Pugna, this could be a time where they look to just go, because Doom is down, but Ravage is going to be back up in 10. So it's still tough for them to find an opportunity to look for.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
So Weaver, Matumba, he does have the Lincolns as we mentioned before, going back for Deso. Lincolns absolutely needed this game versus the Doom.
I definitely went for the build, though. You're going to feel that lack of damage. He's very lucky that he just managed to have the Imps Claw. So well, at least given something to play with. Flight TP's out immediately. Oh, it's close.
Abed actually went for Orchid instead of his BKB in this game. So looking to get that extra little bit of lockdown for that Weaver, for the Pugna. This could be pretty devastating.
It's a risk,
silence is really strong.
It really could pay off.
Yeah.
It really could. Arbed, his positioning's been pretty top tier so far. He's 4-1 and 5, only losing his life the once. If he can be careful with the way that he jumps in, he doesn't need Nobi.
I mean, he'll just disintegrate Nisha. Nisha might actually have to go for a defensive item, because right now Nisha is all in on aggression. He's gone for the Dagon, the Veil, even the Aether Lens on top. No defensive tools for himself, besides what his teammates can provide, at least from Puppey with the Force Staff. I didn't really talk about how farmed Puppey is either. He's level 14 with Force Staff, Ghost Scepter, with the Philosopher's Stone. So he's getting a lot of net worth from those GPMs.
So bottom Crit. Zai's going to start playing around, and Zai doing a lot of damage here. Crit needs help, and he's going to get it. Ramses in with the gush, slowing down Zai. Bloodbright laid down. Zai has to split apart. They will finish up the kill on Crit, but Zai, he's going to be in trouble for this. The Ice Blast will be juked by Arbed. There's the turnaround from Ramses. Comes in with the Ravage. He's got both of them to sacrifice. Stops Arteezy for now, but he pops the BKB. Turns with the Rupture. Bloodbright's out. EG's ready to turn. Zai will fall. He gets the roar out, but he does die. And Puppey is on Arteezy, so has to respect the physical damage coming out from Secret. As they'll split off for now. Brought back to try and keep this fight going. Ramses playing aggressively. Very tanky at the moment on the Tide. He's not worried about Secret turning on him. They'll put the Lincolns.
That's the one thing from Abed. When you do go this build, you can't be as crazy. You don't have your BKB, so you can't just jump in looking for these types of kills. You have to wait for like perfect opportunities. So he does sit back a little bit for that one there instead of jumping forward. And Crit does buy back for them trying to look for a big fight.
Still continuing to really feel the struggle for Secret when they do look to take these team fights. Most of the time it's they have to get a kill quickly, because as soon as EG come in and are able to match the numbers that Secret haven't in a skirmish, Secret's got to get out of that.
Yep, absolutely. Mid one can't find these opportunities. Didn't actually go for that blink. He's got a 4-staff, which should help out the teammates a little bit more. Can he actually find anything of it here?
So
easy.
They need these sort of pickoffs. Arteezy, BKB still on cooldown for a couple of seconds. Doesn't matter either way. Mid one can't close the gap.
He's a bit too fast. Just couldn't actually get just in range. Abed, almost level 20, coming up soon. So how's our level disparity looking here really quickly? 19, 19, 18 on the 3 cores of EG, 17, 16, 16.
Quite a difference.
Yeah, quite a big difference there.
And when that 30-minute mark does come around, extra reason why Secret will have to do their best to get that outpost control. They're hunting. Again, Secret, their best way to play is to find these solo kills.
There's no Ravage. They're trying to get these fights.
This should be an easy one. Matt, he's totally alone around. He's totally alone, and they'll get him. This is what Secret need.
Puppey dominating. You know, Puppey getting all these last hits, of course, for himself.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Let's see if Secret can get anything more out of this. Tied down, they'll push on, see if they can pick up a tier 2 tower, opening up that top off of the map even more for them, making it that a little easier to control the outpost coming towards the 30-minute mark.
Look at the bottom rune. Ooh, that's a nice one. Juicy one for Abed if you'd like to get that. Ooh, and Abed also, so Abed has an Orchid and a Mindbreaker. So he's got the double way to actually get the silence effects onto this Pugna, onto this Weaver. That can be pretty devastating for both those heroes.
That is true, yeah. If Matu's not super quick, a Lincoln's pop and a silence, easy chance for Crit to come up with the follow-up Doom.
And he's still delaying his BKB even more. He's gone for a 4-staff next on the TA, so he's trying to be extremely greedy.
He feels good about the game so far, Abed.
Yeah. He's got the beefcakes in the front, right? He's got the Tider and he's got the Doom to kind of distract. Same thing with like the Bloodseeker and the Venomancer, so he's going to be the one that shows up too for cleanup.
Dire's courier has been slain. Dire's middle tower is under
Both teams sort of swap sides of the map for now. EG deep over on Secret's half, pushing that mid lane in. Secret themselves getting that top wave pushed right up towards the base.
They're considering forcing EG back, it looks like. They're pinging now quite a bit here, and they're hitting the tower, and they hit it pretty hard. As we did see pointed out, is a Crystallis built up on the Weaver this game on top of his Ink Claw. And he just like a Titan Sliver too. Yeah, I think that's what he's starting to feel. He's just not hitting very hard.
They've got to have some sort of scalable, hard-hitting hero as this game goes on, as they just haven't been able to get kills quick enough in the full team fights.
His damage will be pretty high too if he is, if the Corrosive Haze is on a target, he will be able to hit them pretty hard. But now EG, they've got everything at the ready. You see Secrets respecting that. They're backing up a bit.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Got telescopes out now for both sides.
They bailed out very quickly. There's vision though. And you see Matumbaman.
They've got the side to put the Linkers. They get the rupture. He's been forced for the rupture. It's hurting him. He's trying for the TV. To force him with the TV. He doesn't get out. Not enough. Easy. Catches him with the blood bride. Matu buys back immediately. He knows that the team needs him. If EG's going to try and dive in on Secret for more, they'll respect the buyback, EG. Getting away.
But neither it was only a rupture used. It was not a Ravage. It was not a Doom. They were able to just get him because of that Orchid. They just used so many different abilities to break that Linken's.
I mean, both teams did what they sort of had to there. Yeah, using the 4-staff to try and get him out of range, but an excellent placement from Arteezy with that blood ride, meaning that no matter the forces, they would still have that final bit of damage to push Matu over the edge.
Ramsey's parking himself forward. They actually can go for this one here.
They're going to try and blow him up. Nice blast. Isn't going to connect though. And in fact, he's going to look to commit. He's straight up with 2 monsters. He's over the bottom, jumps in. Ravage, he gets all 4 of them. It's perfect. EG destroying Secret, and Sire Puppey will fall. Matu surrounded. He's the only one left alive. He did buy back. He's gone for 90. EG destroys Secret. All 5 of them off the map.
What a ravage by Ramses. Catches, even clips him on the on the left side there, gets the 4 heroes. And now, hey, look at that. Roche is back up. Easy pickings for EG. And
team up on a Roche and Aegis and Cheese.
And Matumbaman, as you said, his net worth is completely into the dumpster, as after that buyback, he's below the Pugna, below the 3 cores of EG. And now it's looking like it could just be smooth sailings for EG in these next few moments to close this one up. Secret.
Roche
In a world of hurt.
Sort of struggling to see how Secret can turn with the heroes they have.
They don't have the aspect of team fight. They have a lot of these pickoff heroes, but trying to go on Ramses first when he has a pipe as well as all these items. Crit's like, okay, I have a free initiation, and then Ramses like, okay, I have an even better free initiation. Actually, oh, I didn't even see the Ravage actually caught Nisha as well. Oh, look at that.
It got all five.
It got all five.
Oh, man. Yeah, Ramses looking very good on the tide. EG's coordination is something that we just see get better and better with this squad. Continuing to look to reach the highest of heights with the way that they make their plays.
8-1 and 10 on RTZ, 7-1 and 9 on Abed. These two having a spectacular performance in this game. Knowing exactly what they're supposed to do. They sat back, they farmed for a bit until they had those items to be able to jump back into those team fights in Secret.
And this is against sort of the pressure that Secret were applying that's pretty much broken down every other team that Secret's played against. But EG kept their cool. They didn't feed too much, apart from Crit. But, you know, Crit was doing his job. Crit and Fly, they were the ones dying.
Mostly Crit. He's got 9 of the deaths. but that's okay.
All to plan.
And the thing is, you're a Doom. You have recovery systems. Who cares if you're dying? You have Devour. You have the best built-in recovery system in the game for yourself. So he's able to get that Blink Dagger at a decent timing, and he's literally just, his job, he's making it look easy, right? He's like, there's a Pugna on the enemy team. I Blink, I Doom Pugna.
Yeah. Some excellent shot calling from EG. Fantastic prioritization of targets in these fights.
Yeah, and now it's like, how the hell do you actually take any fight on Secret? Your damage is pretty much gone. Your carry, your Weaver has the same net worth as the supports on the side of EG. You are just not going to be hitting people hard at all. It's going to be really tough for them to take any type of fight versus EG in these next moments.
And it is crazy just to consider how much more EG's gotten out of the right, because kills is 19 to 18. There's only 1 kill in it, but at 31 minutes, it's a 20,000 gold lead for EG.
Look at these. You can just pull up last hits. Yeah, right there. 330, 232, 214. On the other side, it's much lower.
A very, very tough game now for Secret.
And very well disciplined so far by EG, the way that they did wait for these fights to come to them and wait for them to be able to turn them around after they did lose a couple of towers. And now, I mean, Ramses has a gem, he's got Shivas. I don't know how you can't kill Tidehunter.
No.
And they're probably going to be able to get those initiations and counter initiations on you pretty much every single time. The map is getting smaller and smaller for Secret.
See what Secret's plan is.
Whew, man, I don't know. I do not know.
Playing from this position is not easy, and it certainly was not the initial plan when they came to the game with this draft.
No, definitely not. I mean, EG, we mentioned it. Their idea of the game is going to be this group up when they get those items, and that's exactly what they've been starting to do. And why would they split up at all? They're going to keep grouping up. So the way Secret does get back in this game is pretty much finding pickoffs whenever people do split up. But EG's not really splitting up too much. Crit kind of is right now at the moment, but Midland's alone.
Yeah, he's got a TP, but obviously cannot go with it. With Crit having Doom available.
Crit's just messing with it until his teammates come back.
Buying time for the rest of them to come in.
And they will be able to follow up and finish off mid one. Crit toying with him. And immediately, Crit does port top. He saw Matumbaman for a second. Wants to try to go for something here. And he does have Blink, he does have Force Step, so he has a way to blink that, break that Lickens very easily. Get that Doom.
See if they can get the combo off in time. Matu letting in, no detection down, so Matu will be able to scout them out himself and get away before EG has a chance to go on him.
Their damage just feels so limited on Secret. Doesn't feel like they can really bring down anybody. If they can catch people isolated like we were mentioning, they can, but yeah, the team fight is just far too strong. Level 24, he's just completely been like, you know what, I don't even need the BKB in this game at all. He's gone for full greedy build, full damage for himself.
No, it feels like, you know, Secret, they came into this game with a little bit of a different draft and a very difficult draft to play.
Just all about the execution. Like, you have to pretty much, with their draft, look at it and I'm like, you have to play this game super perfect. Make some mistakes when you have a Pugna, a Weaver, these mid-game heroes. You can't make these type of mistakes. And Crit, EG, they capitalized on it.
Blink in, slide in, drop the Doom down for Zion. Matu's going to try and help out by poking at Crit, but he just doesn't do the damage. Has to go for TZ out behind. TZ has the bash as EG continuing to get these easy kills as Secret seemingly unable to make any plays at all right now.
I don't know what they can do. There's no way that they're going to be given any opportunities by EG. And EG, now they're starting to close the map. Going for that high ground. They're just jumping in. Nisha does have a blink though. He did dodge.
Ravage, Nisha will survive.
Did dodge the Ravage on the Pugna.
Let's see if they can punish this deep play from EG. They get the crush into the Ice Blast. Ramsey slides away. Ramsey's just still got a lot of backup. Secret will be able to force Puppey back up to the safety at the high ground. Still without Matu for 30 seconds. Arteezy steps up. He's been roared. Arteezy falling low. Still out of the cheese. They've got to keep him alive a little bit. Cheese is popped. Arteezy's ready to jump back in with the BKB. They'll kill off Nisha, kill off Zai, as Abed has no trouble dealing with these squishy heroes right now. The frags will fall. It is indeed all over this game one as EG take the win.
Just a couple dooms, a couple fights that don't go Secret's favor, and it just swings so quickly. Abed, I do believe